Let's take a look at the Twitter network for hashtag MPSA17 on day 3 of the 2017 Midwest Political Science Association Conference in Chicago. Women Also Know did a great job of maintaining their social media presence on day 3 of the conference. Women Also Know continued to have a good deal of influence on day 3 with a high eigencentrality, a high degree of tweets coming in and out, and a centrally located position. Furthermore, their ability to reach out to a number of different neighborhoods in the network helped in this respect. As was the case on days 1 and 2, Raul Pacheco was very active in the hashtag MPSA17 network. And similarly to days 1 and 2, he was at the center of a very large neighborhood that spanned a good proportion of the network. MPSA Latino had an increased influence on day 3, with a high eigencentrality, a centrally located position, and a good number of tweets coming in and out of their node. I was also impressed by the number of different neighborhoods that MPSA Latino connected with. The same was true for the official Twitter account of the Midwest Political Science Association, MPSANet, who continued to have a high eigencentrality, a centrally located position in the network, and a lot of connections with different neighborhoods. That's a great sign for the official Twitter account of our conference. Now, you may have noticed that the day 3 graph was a lot flatter than day 2. This is the exact opposite when we went from day 1 to day 2. Now, originally I thought this was due to user error. However, I did start to see different patterns that suggest something else was causing this change. When examining the network from far away, I started to notice what seemed to be a lot of bridges. More importantly, I started to recognize a pattern in where these bridges were going. By and large, it seemed like most of these bridges were leading to their own little subdivisions that lay on the outside of our main cluster of neighborhoods. You can see that here, here, and over here. So, why does this matter? Why does this lead to a flat graph? Well, it doesn't appear to me that the subdivisions that were created by these bridges were linking to the other subdivisions. In turn, there really weren't any links that would pull these subdivisions together. The only way to go from one subdivision to the next is through the center of the network. In network analysis speak, this might be considered to be a polarized network, but since we're talking political science here, I'd like to avoid that word. Maybe it's best just to say we had a little bit of homophily in day 3. And last, I noticed a few constellations popping up on the periphery of the network. This was similar to what we saw on days 1 and days 2. When I noticed one of these constellations on day 1, I suspected that this could have been someone who had not yet gotten to the conference, and I learned through a tweet from the person in that constellation that that was indeed true. My guess is we're seeing something very similar with these constellations on day 3. For example, I suspect these tweets we're seeing may have something to do with social events that are happening outside of MPSA. I'm going to dig into those tweets a little bit later over the next few days to see if that's true. So there you have it. This has been the hashtag MPSA17 Twitter network on day 3 of the 2017 Midwest Political Science Association Conference in Chicago. This was kind of a fun graph as it illustrated some new network structures that we hadn't seen in days 1 and 2. Over the next few days, I will be compiling all of the tweets from before the conference, during the conference, and after the conference. I will be doing some summary statistics on hashtag frequencies and common words throughout the conference. My goal is to get a better feel for the different issues that developed throughout the conference. I'll have that video completed and up in the next few days. As always, thank you very much for watching my videos, and feel free to follow me at Eric Forst on Twitter.